Now on CoastTV News.
What a game, what a season, what a team. The greatest Eagles team in modern history. Eagles fans, savor it and rejoice.
The words of Merrill Reese as the Eagles fly to victory, how it happened, and the reaction after the win for the Birds.
We're looking at a calm and chilly Monday for Delmarva. Then another winter storm builds in later Tuesday into Wednesday, bringing accumulating snow. Then rain and milder after that. I'll pinpoint the snow on Featurecast next.
Budget, we look at what Rehoboth Beach officials are considering and where they want to make additions.
Open land in Lewis, the action that could take place today involving this land that is being considered for development.
This is CoastTV News Today.
And you are looking live at the Superdome in New Orleans, lit up an Eagles green, the site of Super Bowl 59, the site of one of the greatest moments in the history of the Philadelphia Eagles. It was there just hours ago that the Eagles routed the Kansas City Chiefs 40-22 to win their second Super Bowl title and fifth league championship overall. For the Eagles, it is a happy Monday morning. I'm Matt Pensick.
Good morning, I'm Elisa Weber. It is February 10th, 2025. And the Eagles have won Super Bowl 59, and fans set off some wild celebrations in the streets of Philadelphia. And we have some of that video for you. It's not the most safe of crowds, with some fireworks being on the streets in Center City. And if you are familiar with Philadelphia, this is the area of Chestnut Street.
And Elisa, here is the reason for all that sea of humanity in the streets. The Eagles routed. This was a rout of the Kansas City Chiefs. The final score was 40-22. It was not even as close as that might indicate. Jalen Hurts was named MVP. He passed for 2 touchdowns, rushed for another. The Philadelphia Eagles are once again Super Bowl champs, and we'll have more on the game as we continue with Coast TV News today. So thank you for being up with us during this 5 o'clock hour. Some of you, I guess, might not have yet gone to bed.
And honestly, they might not go to bed until tonight, because that adrenaline after winning, I'm sure, is just pumping. But I'm wearing brown today to manifest a Cleveland Browns Super Bowl.
So you're hoping to speak that into existence. Good luck on that one, Elisa.
This morning when I picked up my wardrobe, I went, the color is brown today. I can't wear any other color. But good morning, Bob. You watched a little bit of the game last night, you said.
Good morning, guys. Yeah, a little bit. I watched it into the second quarter and said, oh boy, the Chiefs are in trouble. And boy, were they ever. So congratulations to the Eagles and their fans. We're looking at temperatures chilly this morning, just above freezing. 34 in Delmar, 35 in Georgetown, 37 Ocean City, Bethany Beach at 36, and a light wind coming out of the north right now. We're seeing some snow and rain showing up on radar. I think this is a loft. We're looking at mainly cloudy skies right now, and that'll be the case. We have high pressure in place, maybe a few sprinkles or flurries, but this is not significant. We are watching a developing system, however, across the plains, and that will bring us accumulating snow as we go into Tuesday. Here's Futurecast this morning. We've got some clouds. Temperatures in the mid-30s. We'll be in and out of those clouds today, and temperatures slowly rising by 11. It looks like more in the way of sunshine, 30s and 40s, and then I think lower 40s should do it for highs as we go into the afternoon. Day part forecast has the clouds and sun and lower 40s. And then tomorrow is a code red, especially in the afternoon and evening, for accumulating snow. A very active pattern on the way. I'll break down the snow and then the rain after that coming up a little bit later on.
Bob, and for continued coverage of this expected winter storm on Tuesday night, listen to all of our radio stations, download our Coast TV First Alert weather app, and follow our live updates. We are your source for this winter event. And also tune into Coast Live today at 4 p.m. to hear straight from our First Alert Chief Meteorologist Paul Williams about what to expect ahead of this storm.
I'm looking forward to that.
Absolutely.
Dale Dock crews have been preparing all weekend for another wintry situation, including brining roads, and they urge drivers to give crews space for theirs and your safety as they prep those roads. New this morning, the continued work to finalize the 2026 fiscal year budget in Rehoboth Beach. We actually have a copy of that right here. We've been going through it over the past couple of days. It'll be presented at this afternoon's meeting with the city commissioners and Mayor Stan Mills. Now, in that budget, they are looking at a preliminary figure of nearly $44 million. That is an increase of over $5 million from what was approved for 2025. And according to the proposed budget plans, Rehoboth Beach is looking to increase the pay for lifeguards and add 8 part-time ones. Their goal is to vote on the budget on March 21st.
And staying in Rehoboth Beach, new charging ports at the convention center for electric vehicles are being reviewed. There are 2 different types that could be installed there, 2 level 2 dual port chargers and 1 level 3 dual port charger. The commissioners are also exploring getting a partial rebate from Delmarva Power for those charging stations. And also in Rehoboth Beach, you may remember commissioners discussed possibly removing the Grove Park Canal dock in late January, and this is after cracks were found at the city, and the city says it did not see much use for that structure. Beacon Engineering is set to lead a new presentation on that dock at that same meeting.
Happening today, we could see action by the Lewis City Council, possible action on a proposed development. Mayor Andrew Williams and the council will hold another hearing on an area that was known as Overfall Preserve. The developers want to bring 90 townhomes along with amenities off of Savannah Road. In January, the Planning Commission discussed recommendations to deal with traffic and safety concerns. This included ideas for street lighting and open space.
You may remember a few months ago, Big Lots announced they were closing all of their stores across the country, and since then, a few hundred locations have been bought and will now remain open. But Milford is not one of the locations staying open. The entire store is discounted. Even the shelves are for sale. Some shoppers say they are heartbroken.
It's always sad when a store closes, you know, a small store, and there's a lot of memories with it, a lot of personal things, you know, that I would look for when I was in there. So it's just kind of sad to see it close.
CoastTV spoke with one employee who said the Milford Big Lots is expected to close in the next few weeks, but there's no official date set for that yet.
We're now taking a live look at the White House. Washington, D.C. President Trump threatening more tariffs as soon as this week. He's also defending Elon Musk in the effort to slash government spending and the federal workforce. It's been a flurry of activity since the start of his term last month.
NBC's Alice Barr shows us the pushback by Democrats and the reaction to these new fees.
President Trump returning to Washington overnight after becoming the first sitting president to attend a Super Bowl, making news before he stepped in the stadium with a new tariff announcement on imported steel and aluminum.
Any steel coming into the United States is going to have a 25% tariff.
And promising more tariffs are coming on countries that tax American exports. The growing list poised to potentially drive up costs for American consumers. While in a taped Super Bowl pre-show interview, the president defended Elon Musk's cost-cutting moves to slash federal agencies.
Bottom line, you say you trust him.
Trust Elon? Oh, he's not gaining anything. In fact, I wonder how he can devote the time to it. He's so into it.
Indicating the Departments of Education and Defense are next in the crosshairs and pushing back against judges who have temporarily blocked some of Musk's Department of Government Efficiency actions and access.
I disagree with it 100%. I think it's crazy, and we have to solve the efficiency problem.
As Vice President J.D. Vance wrote, judges aren't allowed to control the executive's legitimate power, all adding to Democrats' alarm about the separation of powers.
We are at a point where we are basically on the cusp of a constitutional crisis, seeing this administration taking steps that are so clearly illegal.
With Democrats unwilling to co-sign the Trump administration's moves, a bipartisan government funding bill is in peril, building toward a potential government shutdown next month. In Washington, Alice Barr, NBC News.
We're just getting started in this hour of Coast TV News today.
Yeah, coming up, Super Challenge at the Food Bank of Delaware. We'll tell you about their goal for collecting cans to stock its supply.
Also, a win inked into history will tell you what one fan's tradition of tattoos means for them after another Eagles win.
And Rehoboth Beach website makeover, when the city says you can expect to see the changes reflected online. All that and more as Coast TV News Today continues.
Coverage on the road, along the coast, live on the street, day or night. From breaking news to weather in your town, the IG Burton First Alert Weather Jeep.
I needed to do some safe floor. I slipped in my old floor and I broke my kneecap. I called Pinnacle, they came. The team was very professional. And then when I came home 2 o'clock, my garage was done. That's the best part. I loved it. Pinnacle did a really great job. They did this beautiful floor and safe to walk. Call Pinnacle, you will not be disappointed. You'll be happy like I am.
Hello,
What's funky, fun, and fabulous? The Pottery Place in Fenwick Island. Explore over 12,000 square feet of fabulous finds, from furniture to gifts, home decor, art, pottery, housewares, and more. New pieces arrive weekly, hand-selected for the ultimate unique shopping experience. Looking for something extra special? Special orders and free local delivery is available.
We have everything under the sun.
There's something for everyone. The Pottery Place in Fenwick Island, Delaware. A family tradition for over 50 years.
Draper Media, an equal opportunity employer, is dedicated to provide broad outreach regarding job vacancies at the station. We seek the help of local organizations in referring qualified applicants to our station. Organizations that wish to receive our vacancy information should email humanresources@wboc.com.
Capture your favorite moments at the CoastTV photo booth. Strike a pose and snap a pic, all for free. View previous pictures and see the next event at coasttv.com under the Features tab. The CoastTV photo booth, sponsored by Baths by Spicer Brothers.
Coming up, Drew's breaking down the headlines with two CBS News stars.
Tony DeCopo and Adriana Diaz.
Why the internet is obsessed with Stanley Tucci's genius food hack.
We love him.
Monday at noon on Coast TV.
5:11 on this dry Monday morning. Here's our Bay Health Cam. 35 in Dover right now. We're looking at dry conditions, good visibility, and we're in the mid-30s for the most part. Most places above freezing right now, as we do have a light northerly breeze, and we're looking at mostly cloudy skies. Radar is indicating some snow or rain, but that's falling aloft, so the bark is worse than the bite here, but we'll be keeping it dry as we go through the day. Here's your drivecast for today. Gave you the green light this morning for drier roads, and then heading home also in good shape, dry and chilly, and the green light as well. I'll have much more on the red alert and the winter storm headed our way for later Tuesday coming up in a bit.
Bob, in celebration of Black History Month, the Rehoboth Beach Black American Film Festival is back for its 5th year. It takes place from February 21st through the 23rd at the Cinema Art Theater in Lewis, and the festival will showcase award-winning films. Receptions are going to start at 6 p.m.
Also in the nation's summer capital, there are changes coming to the city's website. Right now, the domain is thecityofrehoboth.com. Officials say a new website will be up and running on Wednesday and will be found as rehobothbeachde.gov.
Gamers who use Sony's PlayStation Network are connected once again after a massive outage knocked out service that lasted about 24 hours. The outage happened on Friday night, and Sony says PlayStation Network has about 116 million monthly users. And back in 2011, almost all of the PlayStation Network subscribers lost access to its services for nearly a month following a data breach. Right now, it is unclear what caused most of those recent outages.
Elon Musk says he has no plans to buy TikTok. The CEO of X, Tesla, and SpaceX said he had not put in a bid to buy the social media site. The Chinese-owned app was set to be banned over national security concerns on January 20th, but President Trump gave the site's owner 75 days to sell TikTok to an American buyer, or it may have to shut down.
Still ahead, when inked into history, we'll tell you why one fan is defending his choice to get an Eagles tattoo before they had actually won the big game.
And a quiet Monday morning, 35 in Salisbury on the Spicer Brothers Cam. It's the calm before the storm. It will be a chilly Monday, then another round of accumulating snow later Tuesday into Wednesday, then rain and milder later in the week. I'll track the snow and have a mound coming up in 2 minutes. Stay tuned.
Listen to Coast Country 103.9 and 106.3. We're Delmarva proud.
Today at 4 on Coast Life, explore the first building in Delaware and step back in time in the first town. Then we're giving you a sneak peek at an upcoming wedding expo filled with the latest trends. Coast Life, today at 4 on Coast TV.
How many times have you tried to clean a stubborn mess but end up with no success? What you need is the all-new waterproof Ruby Horsepower, the new cordless and rechargeable power scrubber that cleans faster and easier, guaranteed. Watch, baked on oven grease is no match. It blasts away dirt and grime in no time. The power comes from our rotating brushes, spinning at 350 RPM. The incredible torque fights calcium, mildew, mildew, mold, and more. Take it in the kitchen, where it busts through caked-on crud, or outside and tackle tough tasks with ease. Get your Ruby horsepower with 4 additional attachments, all for just $39.99. Great news! They're in stock and ready to ship. Due to high demand, only 2 per order. Order now.
Call 1-800-455-0217. That's 1-800-455-0217 or visit horsepowerscrubber.com. So call 1-800-455-0217 now.
You like to keep your beard perfectly groomed, but she hates all that mess. Now there's VacuTrim by Bell & Howell, the total body shaver that trims your hair and vacuums it up. VacuTrim stainless steel blades give you a precision cut, while the built-in vacuum captures the hair shavings. It has 20 trim settings to shape your beard and tame body hair with no mess. Get VacuTrim with free shipping for only $39.95.
Call 1-800-263-0608. That's 1-800-263-0608 or go to vacutrim.com.
Have fun and enjoy Delmarva's Coast with Petey the Peacock, sharing joy coast-wide. Know where he's going to be next and get his free coloring book at peteythepeacock.com. Sponsored by Tidal Health.
Time is 5:16, and you're looking at the waves hitting the beach in Ocean City. And soon, when we go full screen with Bob, you're going to get that QR code at the bottom of your screen. That's for the Coast TV First Alert Weather app. And Bob, I think we might need that over the next couple of days.
I think we will. A lot of great tools on that weather app, Matt. You know, we've got live radar, interactive radar as well. And that radar will be busy tomorrow. So scan the code right there, get your phone in camera mode, hold it up, and you can download it there. So here's what to expect. We're looking at a dry Monday, but an active week ahead for Delmarva. Kind of a 1-2 punch. The first storm is tomorrow into Wednesday. Tomorrow evening, accumulating snow, then a mix, then changing to rain. Then the second punch is mainly rain, I think, later Wednesday and into Thursday. And because the milder air and the rain moves in after the first system, we're looking at the snow not sticking around very long. In fact, it'll be milder as we go into the latter part of the week. But already winter storm watches in effect. Now, this goes into effect tomorrow for Sussex County and then goes until 1 p.m. Wednesday. It's also in effect the winter storm watch for the Eastern Shore, back through Salisbury and Ocean City as well. And that's for accumulating snow. Right now, no snow worries. We're looking at temperatures in the mid-30s out the door, 35 Seaford, 36 in Bethany Beach and Rehoboth, and the winds are light. We do have some clouds, and we are seeing radar indicating snow and rain, and I don't think this is hitting the ground. It's much too dry, but maybe a sprinkle or a flurry is possible through the morning hours, but it's high pressure that's in place now. But we're watching the storm moving out of the southwest right now, and that will be generating into a big storm across the nation's midsection with rain and snow, and then heading our way later Tuesday. So here's Futurecast this morning. We've got some clouds. They'll thin out as we go through the morning. Temperatures into the mid-30s. And then this afternoon, looking at temperatures in the low 40s. So it's quiet through this evening. And then as we go into your Tuesday morning, we start to cloud it up early on. Temperatures just above freezing. Still dry at noon. But then here comes the snow, I think, around 2 p.m. And then after, then that snow becomes steady to possibly heavy as we go into the evening hours with temperatures hovering around freezing. So it will be snowing at night, and with that, I think that snow will be sticking on the roads, definitely as we go into Wednesday morning, as it will be a messy commute. That snow still hanging on around 8 a.m., and then I think it gets warm enough in the afternoon for any frozen precipitation to be mainly in the form of rain. Some sleet and rain will mix in with this system from Salisbury up to Ocean View and south, maybe holding back accumulations a little bit, and then mainly snow to the north. And here's what I'm thinking: 3 to 6 inches across much of Sussex County, maybe closer to 3 along the coast, but 6 inches inland and maybe over 6 inches north of Highway 9. And then we're not done there. There's another system that builds in later Wednesday into Thursday. This time we're on the warmer side of the system, so it's just rain as we go through that time period. Then it finally clears out for Valentine's Day. We could maybe see upwards of at least an inch of rain along with the snow through time. Paul Davis 7-day forecast, 43 today, then the red alert later Tuesday for accumulating snow, 38. That snow changes terrain on Wednesday with a yellow alert, 41. 52 Thursday. We dry it out for Valentine's Day, 39. And then, yeah, more rain into next weekend. Congratulations to Ann Cross from Ocean Pines, Maryland. She is the proud owner of a new umbrella from Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling and Coast TV.
You, Bob, Eagle fans celebrating a Super Bowl win, and some have taken their fandom up a level. You may remember John Hill on Coast TV 2 years ago. That's the last time the Eagles went to the Super Bowl. Well, he's back at it again at Broadkill Tattoo Company for this year's big game. Coast TV asked John if he was scared of jinxing the win by getting this tattoo, but he says getting it early is all part of his ritual for the Birds to win.
This is going to help to win. Joe does his own mojo too. That's what I was saying. I was trying to think of something. We had to get something done. But we are going to definitely be win this time. Okay. The Chiefs are not going to do it 3 times.
So what I'm hearing there, Elise, is that the Eagles won specifically because of John, because of that tattoo. This ink marks the 5th Eagles-themed tattoo for John, but he says his favorite is still his first.
Well, congrats, John. Well, up next on Coast TV News, Super Challenge at the Food Bank of Delaware. We'll tell you how you can help the organization reach their goal by next week. Don't go anywhere.
Born in the stars, formed in the earth, shaped by designers around the world, and curated by Khalsa Jewelers in Lewis. Paul Chen, also known as Sundar Khalsa, is a meditation and yoga master as well as the owner of Khalsa Jewelers.
At Khalsa Jewelers, we offer signature pieces to celebrate love in those special moments in our life. Peace to all, light to all, love to all. Celebrate with us at historic Lewis and Rehoboth Beach.
DSN Plus is more energy, extra live games and on-demand replays anytime, anywhere. DSN Plus is more hype. From playoff matchups and unified football to marching band showcases, we highlight what makes Delmarva unique. DSN Plus is more hometown pride. We go wherever our teams go with up to 5 live games every weeknight. DSN is still free on air and cable, but get even more with DSN Plus, just $6.99 a month. Download the Delmarva Sports Network app from your app store today.
Vacation starts with VA. All that you love, all in one trip. Start yours at virginia.org.
Flashing lights. See them, and you know to go slow. Now we put that same technology in the palm of your hand with Lizard Flare. It's the high-tech safety flare with no flame. Lizard Flare uses 15 high-intensity LED strobes that can be seen nearly a mile away, and a powerful magnet that sticks to your car without exiting the vehicle. Look, flares are dangerous, but Lizard Flare won't let you down. A dead battery, an empty gas tank. With Lizard Flare, help is on the way. Lizard Flare Pro has an ultra-bright flashlight too.
Get your Lizard Flare for only $9.99, but wait, Lizard Flare may be discontinued. Due to rising costs, Lizard Flare is stopping manufacturing effective immediately. There is a strict limit of 2 vehicle packs per order. Call now.
This may be your last chance, so call 1-800-604-4696. That's 1-800-604-4696 or visit lizardflare.com now.
To the judge, she tries to appear reasonable.
Do you think your behavior was outrageous?
No, I don't, Your Honor.
Leave me alone. Do whatever you think you gotta do. I gotta record it.
Judge Judy.
Monday at 2 on Coast TV.
The big game has left its mark on Delmarva, and with football often comes food, but many people across the state of Delaware experience food insecurity. Now, a different kind of Super Bowl is working to change that. The Food Bank of Delaware in Milford is collecting soup cans that will go to their healthy pantry centers to serve more than 100 people each day. One volunteer says soup makes perfect sense.
It's very nutritious, it's something that everyone likes, and of course it's cold out, so it's something that's very appealing to the folks who come through here at the Healthy Pantry. We try to encourage people to donate food that's healthy and that's easy to prepare.
The food bank's goal is to collect 2,025 pounds of soup by February 17th.
The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention published its weekly research report Thursday, the first time since President Trump took office. However, 3 studies about the bird flu were missing from the morbidity and mortality weekly report. That's according to a person familiar with the situation. Those missing studies come as bird flu continues to spread in dairy, cattle, poultry, and other animals across the U.S.
A new government study says alcohol can seriously harm your liver if you have belly fat, diabetes, or high blood pressure. The study looked at cases of nearly 41,000 people, and researchers found that drinking alcohol more than doubles the risk of serious liver damage. If you have a large belly or diabetes, drinking nearly doubles the risk for those with high blood pressure. Moreover, many doctors say drinking damages liver cells trying to metabolize alcohol, and that can lead to additional fat buildup.
Millions of baked goods being pulled off the shelves over listeria concerns. The Food and Drug Administration is stepping up its recall of 60 baked products. That includes a variety of donuts, cinnamon sticks, crullers, and fritters manufactured by the pastry wholesaler FGF Brands.
Well, Matt, it was a sunny day on Sunday. It was a gloomy Saturday, but now we're preparing for more snow, so no beach weather.
Yeah, this is ruining my beach plans,
I'm
Elisa.
so sorry to hear that, Bob. Come on.
Well, no snow today for the beaches. That will be coming later Tuesday afternoon. So prepare now and make sure you have all your winter supplies and gear. Fenwick Island and Ocean City, we've got some clouds out there this morning, then sunshine this afternoon. Not very warm. In fact, chilly. Highs only in the 30s and low 40s. Lewis down to Rehoboth, you're looking at temperatures in the 30s and low 40s as we go through the day. On the Bayside, 1 foot waves there. Cambridge, you're topping out near 40 with sunshine today, and Crisfield also in the lower 40s. We do have a code red first alert later Tuesday into Wednesday for snow and accumulating snow, then rain after that. I'll have much more on this system coming up in the next half hour.
For the break on Coast TV News today, the Milford Big Lots is set to close for good. We'll show you the items discounted and how shoppers are feeling.
Also, beach budget in the works. We'll tell you what Rehoboth officials are considering for the fiscal year 2026 budget.
And Philadelphia is flying high after the Birds' big win. We'll show you more of these celebrations as Coast TV News today continues after the break.
For 150 years, Ocean City, Maryland has been somewhere to smile about. From our beautiful beaches to our iconic boardwalk, we've been creating memories that last a lifetime, whether you're chasing the perfect wave, a hole-in-one, or a sunset stroll. Celebrate our 150th anniversary with 150 days of celebrations, special events, and deals all year long. Book now and save in 2025 at ococean.com/150. Ocean City, Maryland, somewhere to smile about.
Transform your home with Coastline Sunrooms and Awnings. Collectively, with over 40 years experience, our expert team has been designing porch enclosures, sunrooms, and awnings that bring comfort and style to your home.
Whether you're looking for protection from the sun or extra living space, we're here to help. Call now to schedule a no-obligation design. We're offering a free electric recessed fireplace with your sunroom purchase, or get a free upgrade to a motorized awning with an awning purchase. Coastline Sunrooms and Awnings. We show up.
No other artist has been able to have this kind of effect.
Her impact is so much more than just being an artist who puts out music.
It's welcoming, unifying community.
The Swift Effect, Episode 4, Saturday, February 15th at noon on Coast TV. Sponsored locally on Coast TV by Pohanka Kia, delivering dreams to driveways.
Delmarva's hit music station, 102.5 WBOC.
Vacation starts with VA. All that you love, all in one trip. Start yours at virginia.org.
Have fun and enjoy Delmarva's Coast with Petey the Peacock, sharing joy coastwide. Know where he's going to be next and get his free coloring book at peteythepeacock.com. Sponsored by Tidal Health.
Now on Coast TV News.
Super Bowl win for the Birds. Eagle fans waking up this morning celebrating a championship.
We're looking at a calm and chilly Monday for Delmarva. Then another winter storm later Tuesday into Wednesday brings accumulating snow, then rain and milder after that. I'll pinpoint the snow on Futurecast next.
Charge at Convention Center, the plan being considered in Rehoboth Beach to add more EV stations.
Delaware bloc attempts on DOGE, the move made by its Attorney General against the Trump administration's efforts to end wasteful government spending.
This is Coast TV News Today.
And we're getting a live look at the Superdome in New Orleans, lit up in Eagles green. That was the site of the Eagles' first appearance in the big game 44 years ago. They lost to the Raiders then. This morning, they celebrate as Super Bowl champions with a 40-22 win over the Chiefs. And our breaking news as we start this half hour. It took place hours ago, and this was the scene closer to home at one of the large bars in Philadelphia where many fans gathered for a watch party.
I think those people are pretty happy. Well, they are celebrating the Eagles' second Super Bowl title in the past 7 years. And the next step, a Super Bowl championship parade in Philadelphia. If you are thinking of making the trek up to see that, the city has yet to announce the date, but the early indication is that it will be Thursday, February 13th.
And the time is 5:30. I think the weather over the next couple of days in our region could dictate the date of that parade.
I think so, but a Super Bowl parade in the snow, it's kind of cool though. I don't know how safe that is, but Bob, tell us a little bit more about this snow we could be getting.
Yeah, it looks like that snow will be building in later Tuesday, but until then, it's the calm before the storm today. And we're looking at temperatures just above freezing now, 35 in Seaford, 36 Bethany Beach, 36 in Rehoboth, 33 in Redden right now. So it's cold, and the wind's kicking up a little bit at the coast, but mainly calm. As we have mostly cloudy skies, there has been radar indications of some snow and rain, but it's so dry at the surface that none of this is hitting the ground. I think we're just looking at mostly cloudy skies as high pressure hangs on for one more day. It's farther to the west in the desert southwest that the next system is developing. That will bring us to wintry weather later Tuesday. Futurecast this morning, some clouds, temperatures in the mid-30s, still some clouds mid-morning, and then I think we'll start to clear it out later in the morning and highs only in the low 40s as we go into the afternoon, maybe some 30s at the coast with nicer conditions as we go into the evening hours. Off to school for the kiddos, make sure they're bundled up. Chilly start, 33, and then heading home, still pretty chilly, and it will be dry with some sunshine and a temperature of 41.
Bob, and for continued coverage of this expected winter storm on Tuesday night, listen to all of our radio stations, download our CoastTV First Alert weather app, and follow our live updates. We are your source for this winter event.
Here's a programming alert for you. Tune in to Coast Life today at 4 p.m. to hear straight from our First Alert Chief Meteorologist Paul Williams about what to expect ahead of this storm.
And Del Duck crews throughout all of Delaware have been preparing all weekend for another wintry event, and crews were out brining roads ahead of possibly dangerous conditions. The agency urges drivers to give crews space for theirs and your safety as they brine the roads.
Happening today, Rehoboth Beach officials are working on the city's 2026 fiscal year budget. The preliminary budget expenses are nearly $44 million. That is an increase over $5 million from what was approved for 2025. And according to the proposed budget plans, Rehoboth Beach is looking to increase the pay for lifeguards and add 8 part-time ones. Their goal is to vote on the budget on March 21st.
New this morning, Rehoboth Beach officials are considering adding charging ports for electric vehicles at the city's convention center. What is being proposed are installing two dual level port chargers, one level 3 dual port charger, and the combined cost of those chargers and the work required to get them up and running would be $114,000. The commissioners are also exploring getting a partial rebate from Delmarva Power.
Also in Rehoboth, you may remember commissioners discussing possibly removing the Grove Park Canal dock in late January. This is after cracks were found, and the city says it didn't see much use for the structure. Beacon Engineering is set to lead a new presentation on the dock at that same meeting.
Happening today, discussion and possible action on a proposed development in Lewis that has been a topic of conversation. According to the agenda, the mayor and city council will hold another hearing on Overfall Preserve. The development wants to bring 90 townhomes along with amenities off of Savannah Road. In January, the Planning Commission discussed recommendations to alleviate traffic and safety concerns. This included ideas for street lighting and open space. And you may remember a few months ago, Big Lots announced they were closing all of the stores across the country. Since then, a few hundred locations have been bought and will remain open.
But as Coast TV News reporter Emma Aiken shows us, Milford is not one of the locations staying open, and people there say they're heartbroken.
For people like Julie Hattier,
it's really heartbreaking
that the Milford Big Lots is one of the locations set to close after the discount retail chain filed for bankruptcy in September.
I've been buying German pickles here for 20 years, and I come all the way from Millsboro about twice a year to get my pickle fix. It's just numerous items that are discounted here, and some of them you just can't find anywhere else.
CoastTV spoke with one employee who said the Milford Big Lots is expected to close in the next few weeks, but there is no official date for that yet. Sandy Bateman says she'll miss this store.
It's always sad when a store closes, you know, a small store, and there's a lot of memories with it, a lot of personal things, you know, that I would look for when I was in there, so it's just kind of sad to see it close.
And as the sign says, nothing is held back as far as discounts. Even the shelves themselves are for sale. And once shoppers return the cart for the final time, some of them I spoke with say they hope the location becomes a similar store with lots of discounted items, while others I spoke with say they hope it becomes a store more focused on clothing, like a Burlington or a TJ Maxx. In Milford, Emma Aiken, Coast TV News.
We are now taking a live look at the White House, and President Donald Trump says he's announcing tariffs on steel and aluminum today. Canada produces about a quarter of U.S. steel imports, and Mexico supplies about half of that. Analysts say the upside of the tariffs is they might help domestic producers, but the downside could be higher prices for Americans. U.S. Steel Corporation is struggling so much it unsuccessfully tried to sell itself to a Japanese company last month.
It was sort of a situation where an eye for an eye left everybody blind.
Trump announced these new tariffs while on Air Force One on Sunday ahead of the Super Bowl.
A federal judge has ruled to restrict the Elon Musk-led government efficiency team from accessing a critical Treasury Department payment system. The order stops the access temporarily and demands the destruction of any downloaded information. The suit alleges that the team led by Musk has been unlawfully granted access to the system that previously was restricted to government employees.
States on Delmarva are responding to this move. Maryland Attorney General Anthony Brown and Delaware Attorney General Kathy Jennings both joined the lawsuit against Musk and his team. This is a statement from Delaware Attorney General Kathy Jennings about the ruling against Musk, saying in part, quote, "This was a flagrant violation of Delawareans' privacy, and I'm grateful to the court for taking quick and decisive action to protect our state," unquote.
Still got a lot more news to get to. Don't go anywhere.
Coming up, decision on tip deduction. We'll tell you about the new move to ensure servers get their tips in full.
Also, Hurts so good. The big game by the Eagles QB1 and leading the team to a Super Bowl win. We will hear from Hurts and head coach Nick Sirianni.
And 2 Delaware State University students are safe after a plane crash. We'll tell you what authorities say led to this emergency landing. Stay with us on Coast TV News today.
Capture your favorite moments at the Coast TV photo booth. Strike a pose and snap a pic, all for free. View previous pictures and see the next event at coasttv.com under the Features tab. The Coast TV photo booth, sponsored by Baths by Spicer Brothers.
This February, fall in love with safety and reliability, because at Gateway Subaru, we believe love means keeping you safe. From rain and snow to sunny skies, Subaru's legendary symmetrical all-wheel drive has you covered through any weather. Right now, take home a new 2025 Subaru Outback and take advantage of great financing rates as low as 1.9%. Stop by today to pre-order the all-new 2025 Subaru Forester Hybrid, designed for tomorrow. Gateway Subaru, just minutes from the beaches in the heart of Delmarva. Higher standards.
I've needed a new left hip for about 15 years. The last 2 cortisone shots I got were bone on bone, and they didn't last 6 months. They lasted maybe a month. I was in a lot of pain. The staff at the Joint Surgery Center at Atlantic General Hospital were incredibly helpful. I was back to work 2 days short of a month, which I found amazing. You learn to trust people when you get good care.
Start your journey to relief today. Atlantic General Hospital, expert care every day.
Vacation starts with VA. All that you love, all in one trip. Start yours at virginia.org.
Coaches make a difference for their athletes and communities, and we want to honor them.
Each month, the Preston Automotive Group will select a coach who makes a difference and donate $500 to their organization. Then at the end of the year, 3 of these coaches will receive an additional donation to their program.
The coach can be from any sport at any level, up to and including high school.
Nominate your coach today at DelmarvaSportsNetwork.com.
Delmarva Sports Network's Coach Who Makes a Difference. Sponsored by Preston Automotive Group.
5:39 on our Monday morning. Here's our Gateway Subaru Cam. 37 at the beaches, nice and calm today. It's cold. We've got mid-30s from Salisbury to Georgetown and Milton. 35 in Ocean Pines right now. Winds are light, a little bit of a breeze along the coast as we're looking at mostly clear to partly cloudy skies right now. Radar indicating some snow or rain falling aloft, but it's so dry at the surface. Maybe a flurry or a sprinkle, but not expecting anything significant. Today's checklist: don't need the umbrella, need the winter coat, hats and gloves, locate your snow shovel. You're going to need it for tomorrow evening. Make sure you grab a warm beverage and have the sunglasses. I think we'll see some of the sun today. Call the Coast TV First Alert weather phone, another way to get your forecast, sponsored by the law offices of Broxhead, Mandalis, Federico.
On your screen, we are showing you a Delaware State University student aviation plane. It had to make an emergency landing after the Delaware River and Bay Authority said it ran out of fuel, caused it to land in the grass and then flip over. And according to Carlos Holmes, director of news services at DSU, thankfully, both students suffered only minor injuries in that emergency landing.
Time is running out for those looking to run for school boards in Delaware. The deadline to file for election is Friday, March 7th. Candidates must be at least 18 years old, live in the district they seek to represent, and pass a background check. Seats are open in Cape Henlopen and the Delmar School District, Indian River and the Laurel School District. Also in the Seaford and Woodbridge School District.
What a Monday morning. What a feeling waking up as Super Bowl champions. Perhaps some of you never went to bed. The Eagles rule the football world and dethrone the Kansas City Chiefs in winning Super Bowl 59. So let's take a look at the highlights of this one. The Birds set the tone early in the game. This is their second possession. Jalen Hurts to Jahan Dotson. He's from Penn State, Elisa. At first, it's ruled a touchdown, but replay would place the ball at the 1. Now, it's a good thing the Eagles have a good short yardage play. The tush push, and it is 7-0 Eagles. We go midway through the second. Patrick Mahomes rolling, throwing. There is Cooper DeJean, and he is running. Touchdown Eagles and a 17-0 lead. That lead would grow to 27-0, and here is your dagger. Hurts to Devontae Smith. Touchdown Eagles, a dominating win over a Chiefs team that has dominated the NFL this decade. 40-22 your final. The Birds are Super Bowl champs.
It definitely took a team effort, took a group effort, and only thing I can think about is all the effort, all the work that was put in over the course of time. And I think we had a focused group out there.
It's hard to say that when you won 16 out of your last 17, but there was adversity. There's adversity constantly. And I think we did a good job of embracing that, the ups and downs of a season, and getting better from the things that we went through.
Now, what a ride the 2024 season was for the Eagles and their fans, and now they own a second Super Bowl title, their 5th overall NFL championship. Philadelphia, you are Super Bowl champs. Eagle fans might already be making the call if they can get off of work today, and plenty of company. USA Today is reporting that more than 22.5 million people across the U.S. plan to miss work. That's up 40% from a year ago. But researchers also found that only 2% said they plan to call in sick, while another 2% say they plan to ghost their employer and just not show up. I would not recommend that.
That's a good idea. Well, coming up tonight on DSN, it's a basketball double feature between UMES and Howard. And at 5:30, both women's teams will face off. At 8 p.m., the men will take the court, and then it's the final score at 10:30. And on the DSN Plus app, along with those games of the night we just mentioned, at 4 p.m., you can watch Seaford take on Cambridge, South Dorchester in boys basketball. Also at 4 p.m., Worcester Prep will play Delmarva Christian in girls basketball. At 5:15, Howard Vocational Tech will take on St. George's in boys basketball. And at 6 p.m., Pocomoke and Parkside go head-to-head in girls basketball. And while the Super Bowl took place in New Orleans, it was a busy weekend for award shows in Hollywood. David Daniel has the highlights in today's Hollywood Minute.
Hi, I'm Annie. Hi, I'm Annie. You don't have cash. Let's go to the ATM.
A huge weekend for Anora. Sean Baker's comic drama took top honors from the Directors Guild of America, the Producers Guild of America, and the Critics' Choice Awards. Ramel Ross won the DGA's first-time feature film honors for Nickel Boys.
Do you need assistance?
The Wild Robot took the PGA's prize for animated film, and it cleaned up at the Annie Awards, honoring the best in animation. It took home 9 trophies, including Best Feature. The Latvian film Flow received 2 Annies for Best Writing and Best Independent Animated Feature. Both films are up for the Oscar for Animated Feature Film.
I see no one wants to hear what a kid wrote last month.
Well, I like your songs.
And A Complete Unknown was the top honoree at AARP The Magazine's Movies for Grown-Ups Awards. The Bob Dylan film, which is up for 8 Oscars, was named Best Picture for Grown-Ups and Best Time Capsule. In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
It is a cold start on this Monday morning. 35 in Salisbury on the Spicer Brothers Cam. Good travel weather now. It's a calm and chilly Monday. Then another round of accumulating snow later Tuesday into Wednesday. Then after that, just kind of rainy and milder. I'll track the snow and have amounts and your complete forecast in 2 minutes. Stay tuned.
Coast TV First Alert Weather. Your safety, our commitment.
Today at 4 on Coast Life, explore the first building in Delaware and step back in time in the first town. Then, we're giving you a sneak peek at an upcoming wedding expo filled with the latest trends. Coast Life, today at 4 on Coast TV.
Hi, Chef Daniel Green here with Rice Robot, the 1, 2, 3 rice cooker. Watch, 1 add the white cup for rice, 2 add the blue cup for water, 3 click it and let Rice Robot perfectly cook it.
The secret is perfect cook technology for even cooking. Then Rice Robot senses when it's done, auto stops and keeps it warm to serve.
It won't burn, overcook or undercook, guaranteed.
Get the complete Rice Robot cooking system, all for just $39.99. Ordered now. Do you have stains in your carpet that won't come out? You need Horsepower Bullshot, the all-new hands-free carpet cleaner and deodorizer. Just spray, and the stain and odor go away. Got pet messes? This black light shows a urine stain is gone in just seconds. The advanced foam action formula penetrates deep to emulsify and neutralize stains and odors. It erases blood stains, makeup, juice, coffee, and more. For older and tougher stains, just give it a little rub and watch as Bullshot works its magic. Red wine spills? They're no problem for Bullshot. And watch up close as burnt bacon grease stains are obliterated right before your very eyes. Get Horsepower Bullshot for only $19.99. But wait, due to rising costs, this may be your last chance to get yours. And there's a strict limit of 3 at this low, low price. So don't wait. Order now.
Call 1-800-693-6210 or visit buybullshot.com. So call 1-800-693-6210 or visit buybullshot.com now.
Have fun and enjoy Delmarva's Coast with Petey the Peacock, sharing joy coastwide. Know where he's going to be next and get his free coloring book at peteythepeacock.com. Sponsored by Tidal Health.
The time is now 5:47 and we are taking a live look outside at Salisbury this morning. And Bob, there's no snow in the air or on the ground yet, but today you were saying good day to prepare. If you didn't buy a shovel the last time, go get one.
That's right. Buy a shovel for tomorrow. Make sure you're supplied with water and food because we're going to be shoveling some snow as we go into Tuesday afternoon. Remember the QR code right here. That will get you to the Coast TV weather app. We have a lot of great weather information on there, and you want to stay ahead of the storm by downloading that. Active week ahead for Delmarva. The first storm brings snow later Tuesday into early Wednesday. Then a mix, and then I think it changes to rain. It's a 1-2 punch of storms. First one later Tuesday and Wednesday, then the second one later Wednesday into Thursday with maybe a mix to start, then mostly rain. Unlike the first storm we had January 6th, where it stuck around for 2 weeks, this one will not be sticking around because we're going to be seeing rain and milder temperatures building in as we go through the rest of the week. Already, winter storm watch is up. These don't go into effect until tomorrow afternoon for Sussex County, but then they will continue until 1 p.m. on Wednesday. Then for the Eastern Shore, Cambridge down to Salisbury, Snow Hill, and Ocean City, all winter storm watches for accumulating snow. Right now, it's dry. We have temperatures in the mid-30s, 35 in Georgetown, Bethany Beach 36, Rehoboth at 35 degrees, and we're looking at pretty light winds now coming out of the north. Radar has been showing a little bit of snow and rain, but I think this is a loft. It's just way too dry at the surface to do anything, but maybe a flurry or a sprinkle can't be ruled out as we have high pressure in place. But we're looking to the desert southwest. That is where the next storm will be developing, and we'll be seeing rain and snow breaking out across the plains and then headed our way as we go into tomorrow afternoon. But today we're in good shape. The clouds this morning start to clear out mid-morning. By 1 o'clock, we're in the low 40s with sunshine. So quiet this afternoon into this evening. And then overnight into Tuesday morning, we start to cloud up the skies, temperatures in the 30s. By noon, I think we're still dry and temperatures in the upper 30s. But then here comes the snow breaking out around 2 o'clock. So it may not stick on the roads before sunset, but definitely after sunset as the snow becomes steady and possibly heavy. The roads probably becoming slushy and very slippery with temperatures hanging around that freezing mark. And we continue the snow through the overnight into Wednesday morning. And then I think we'll see the snow start to taper off. Here's 8 a.m. We see the snow, and then afternoon with temperatures in the upper 30s, we could definitely see that snow transition over to rain. Some snow, sleet, and rain from Salisbury to coastal Delaware, but then north and west of that, just mainly snow. And what I'm thinking is about 3 to 6 inches of snow, about a half a foot inland areas, lesser amounts at the coast, maybe about 3 inches there. And then north of Highway 9, we're looking at least 6 inches. And even in this 3 to 6 inch spot, there could be isolated higher amounts too. And we're not done there, because later Wednesday we see another system coming in, but this time around it's a little warmer. So we'll be looking at rain primarily into Thursday morning. Then that tapers off later in the day, and then we finally start to dry things out as we go into Friday. As far as rainfall amounts through Wednesday, we're looking at about an inch, inch and a half. That's besides the snow, and we'll be looking at more of that rain through the rest of the week. Paul Davis 7-day forecast, 43 today. And then a code red starts in the afternoon tomorrow and continues into the evening for accumulating snow. And then that snow turns over to rain on Wednesday, 41. So it doesn't stick around long, the snow, because we're up to 52 with rain on Thursday. Drier Valentine's Day, 39. And then, yeah, it looks like more rain as we head into the upcoming weekend.
All right, thank you, Bob. Tips for waiters, waitresses, servers. It was a campaign issue in the presidential election, and now there are new protections from Delaware to ensure those getting the tips keep the tips. A new ruling mandates that credit card processing fees do not get taken out from their tip money. Brian Elliott is a server at Geo's and says he's never had to deal with the issue, but for those that have had or do, he thinks the answer is simple.
You just raise your prices. I mean, raise the price on your food. If you want to get an extra 3%, raise your, what's the big deal with raising your price 3%?
Delaware Attorney General Kathy Jennings says this is on the issue in part, quote, the vast majority of servers rely on tips as their primary compensation with the cost of living on the rise. Those funds matter more than ever, unquote.
Up next on Coast TV News today, egg price problem. We'll tell you why high prices may not be the only issue facing customers along the coast.
And here's a live look at our Bay Health cam at Dover. All is dry, 35 degrees. It's a calm and dry and chilly Monday, then another round of accumulating snow later Tuesday into Wednesday, then kind of rainy and milder after that, so the snow doesn't stick around this long this time. I'll have your 10-day forecast coming up next.
If you know a high school student on Delmarva with a passion for agriculture or the culinary arts,
nominate them to become a WBOC Mount Air Farm to Table Scholarship winner.
The people who grow and prepare our food are more important than ever.
We are looking for 10 graduating seniors with a passion for feeding the world like we do at Mount Air Farms.
Nominees must have a 3.5 GPA or better, be an active participant in farming or culinary programs, and spend time giving back to the community.
Go to WBOC.com to nominate today.
You rip and tear your old statements and bills, but thieves use this information to steal your identity. Don't be a victim. Get the ID Police, the new ink roller that encrypts all your old documents. So before you throw it out, just roll it on, and your information is gone, both on the front and through the back. Even if the paper is held up to the light, even your medical information is safe with the ID Police. So block it out before you throw it out. Order now and get your ID Police for as low as $9.99 and get free shipping too. This offer is not available on Amazon, so call or click now to get your ID Police for as low as $9.99 with free shipping. Order now.
Call 1-800-803-0512. That's 1-800-803-0512. Or visit getidpolice.com. So call 1-800-803-0512 now.
You need to lose weight, but you hate lugging out that big blender for a healthy shake. Hi, Chef Daniel Green here with my Bionic Blade, the new handheld blender that's rechargeable, so you can make a fast, healthy shake anywhere. Designed like this shake bottle you take to the gym, it has the motor and blades built right into the lid. Bionic Blade quickly creates smooth drinks just like the big blenders. But this is portable, so you can make a shake anywhere. Make pina coladas right by poolside. Even grind coffee beans and make a quick, refreshing iced coffee pick-me-up on the go.
Get the Bionic Blade for just $29.99, and we'll even ship it to you free. But wait, order now and get 2 sipping lids, a second large blender container, plus the sports lid, yours free. You'll get this entire portable blending system for just $29.99. Call or click now.
To order, call 1-800-709-7148 or go to buybionicblade.com. So call 1-800-709-7148 or you can order online at buybionicblade.com.
The bird flu is still in full swing across the country, and for here on the coast, that's impacting local markets and their egg supply. Lloyd's Market in Lewis says 2 out of their 4 suppliers simply have no eggs to give them over the last couple of weeks. So they turn to more local options, and more than 13 million hens across the country have been lost or slaughtered since December after the bird flu outbreak, according to the Agricultural Department.
Eggs are a staple, so you got to have eggs in your house. So we tried to make it as affordable as we can, but you also can't give them away, and the pricing and getting them is hard.
Holohan says he's had many customers tell him they have to hold off on buying eggs due to that price increase.
Yeah, it was around the end of January. DENREC and the U.S. Department of Agriculture's Wildlife Services have expanded statewide efforts to collect sick or dead snow geese and other wild birds affected by that bird flu outbreak. The goal is to monitor the spread of the bird flu, a highly contagious virus, and the public is urged to report sightings of sick or deceased wild birds to DENREC's wildlife section using its online reporting form. However, not all reports will receive a direct response. DENREC representatives may follow up if additional details are needed.
The time is now 5:55, so we're going to check in with our coastal pet of the day.
And today's coastal pet of the day is a dog who loves the great outdoors. On your screen, that is Kona. Kona loves walking at Cape Henlopen State Park in the Roosevelt Inlet and enjoys playing with her pack mates. Kona was submitted to us by her family in Lewis.
Well, we want to see more of your pets on Delmarva. Send us photos and tell us what makes them so special. You can take a look at your screen.
That is where you'll see the QR code. Scan that to get your friends to us here at Coast TV News, and then watch weekdays from 5 to 7 a.m. to see all the pets we feature.
It's now 5:56, and if you are a dog or have a dog who loves the snow, well, they're in luck this week.
Yeah, now Monday's going to be okay today, but yeah, you got that snow coming up this week, Bob.
Yeah, we do. Later Tuesday, so there's still a ways to go before we get into the snow. That won't be until Tuesday afternoon. So we're dry until then. Chilly out the door this morning. Temperatures near freezing. We've got some clouds, but I think they thin out later today, and temperatures top out in the low 40s, around 43. Here's your Paul Davis 10-day forecast, a colorful one. A code red goes into effect later Tuesday for the snow, accumulating snow into Tuesday evening, a few inches, 38 degrees. Then that snow changes to rain on Wednesday, yellow alert 41. And then the snow is short-lived because we're up to 51 with showers on Thursday. Valentine's Day, a little colder, 39. I think we're looking at more rain as we go into the weekend. Then starting the following week, colder and another shot of rain by Wednesday. That's a week from Wednesday, 46.
Bob, coming up in our next hour, Super Bowl win celebration. Look at that wild scene in Philadelphia after the Eagles ascended to the top of the NFL world. That and more when we continue with Coast TV News Today.